Hi, I'm Beth Hache, and I want to welcome you to Career Services presentation on what not to wear, Interview Outfits 101. In a survey done by theladders.com, 33% of bosses surveyed said they know within the first 90 seconds of an interview whether they will hire someone. Of those bosses, 65% of them said clothes could be the deciding factor between two similar candidates. Additionally, 55% of those bosses say they judge us on the way we carry ourselves, the way we dress, act, and walk through the door, 38% on the quality of our voice, grammar, and overall confidence, and only 7% on what we actually say. So let's ask ourselves, what does color say about you? What does the color you're wearing say to the employer? The number one choice for interviews of color to wear is navy. You can't go wrong with darker shades of blue, especially navy. Choosing from this powerful spectrum will project an image of someone who is in control. From the interviewer's point of view, the color blue conjures calm, stability, trust, truth, confidence, and security. These are all great messages to send without even saying a word. The second top choice for interviews is the color gray. Gray, like darker blue, is not a distracting color. Gray denotes sophistication, so use it to your advantage. Black is often a color that we choose for interviews, but we want to make sure that we don't wear too much of it. People in typically black suits or dresses are attending a funeral or the Oscars. That's too much drama for the interviewer, so use it as an accent color. Red is an important color. This is often seen by people in Congress. Ladies in Congress often wear red dresses. But what does this show? Red is a color of aggression and power, so use it sparingly, or it could send the wrong message to your interviewer. White shirts and blouses are always a safe bet. It sends a message of simplicity, cleanliness, precision, and goodness. But it's not your wedding day, so don't wear all white. If you've ever been on Pinterest, you'll find there's a lot of images of clothing and what to wear. But it doesn't always mean that's what you should wear. On Pinterest, you can search items. So the first thing I searched was women interview outfits, and this is the first look that popped up. Here we see they're showing that you should wear red lipstick, a white shirt, that's okay, but then they have patent leather stiletto heels and patterned leggings, and also a huge bag. This could be very distracting to an employer and not what you want to wear to an interview. The second look that popped up was this one. While the black jacket's all right, and as long as you keep your jacket on, the collared tank is okay, but there's a lot of bulky jewelry, and that pink skirt could be distracting to your interviewer. Lastly, look number 3 popped up, and while that's a beautiful dress, it's more of an evening wear. We don't want to wear this to an interview either. Finally, this look popped up. This is a little bit more reasonable. A collared shirt, slacks, and a matching jacket, closed-toed pumps that aren't too high. There's also a watch on there. We have to be careful about accessories. While watches do show that we're punctual and on time, we don't want them to be too flashy. Here we see a picture of a woman in a gray suit. This is great for an interview. Remember, gray, it's not too distracting. Here's another image. Ladies, keep in mind that this woman has a fresh face. We don't want to go in with raccoon eyes or too much makeup. All right, guys, your turn. I typed in men's interview outfits. This was the first look that popped up. Okay, great. He has a navy suit, but he's only wearing a t-shirt underneath. And if you look closely, he doesn't have any socks. Let's hope it's not a hot day. This was the second image that popped up. This guy looks like he's about to go to his yacht club. Please don't wear a hat to an interview. It's not professional. And lastly, this one was probably my favorite one that popped up of what not to wear. Here we see this gentleman in sunglasses, sensing that he's ready to leave the interview at any time and go drive his convertible. It looks like he's wearing a tablecloth for a shirt. At least it's collared, but it still looks like a tablecloth. And again, he's not wearing any socks. Men, please wear socks to your interviews. Here's some sensible outfits for men to wear to interviews. Again, a pressed suits, nice white shirt, a tie, non-scuffed closed-toed shoes. All right, now what about scent? We've talked about what colors to wear, what types of clothes to wear, but what about how you smell? We want to keep our scent subtle, or even better, don't wear any scent at all. If you showered that morning, we hope you have, you shouldn't have to wear any cologne. You don't want to remind anyone of any bad scents they may associate that with maybe ex-husbands or ex-wives, but we also don't want to wear anything too strong that someone may be allergic to. What about accessories? Women, what about your purses? We don't want to carry in too many big purses. We only want to take in our portfolio that will contain copies of our resumes for our interviewers and maybe a few blank sheets of paper in case we're asked a case interview question. As for sunglasses, also, you want to leave those in the car. We're not ready to get out of there anytime soon. As for earrings, we want to keep them the smaller the better. You may wear jewelry to an interview, but you don't want to have anything dangly or distracting. And then finally, watches. Watches are great, like I said earlier. They show that you're punctual, but again, they shouldn't be too flashy. If you have any questions about what to wear for your specific industry of business, you'll want to check out our current Career Services Workbook. On page 35, you'll see what you should wear for your industry. Business industry, again, you'll want to keep it classy like we've shown in this presentation. For education, again, you want to stay conservative. If you're in agriculture, be mindful of the shoes you're wearing. You may want to wear something like boots rather than heels so that you don't sink into the ground, but they still need to be nice and polished, not scuffed. For the creative industry, you have a little bit more wiggle room, but again, keep it professional. Finally, if you have any questions or you're concerned about what you're wearing, feel free to ask Career Services. Thank you.